What I'm about to say, this first part, is just an opinion. I believe that all of us are following someone, whether or not we know it. I recall some time ago being up in the mountains on a memorable 3-day adventure. The last leg of that adventure, however, became a marathon 12-hour hike out of the mountains and back to civilization. Already worn down and tired from 2 days in the mountains, that last hike became an unbelievable ordeal. Especially as darkness fell, we were injured, we were tired, and we were still miles from our car. The terrain was steep and rough. Our packs were heavy and getting heavier, and it was very dark. The batteries in our headlamps wore down as time went on. Soon, there were 4 of us and only 2 lights left. We couldn't walk 2 abreast on the trail. It was too narrow. We had to stay in single file. I became one of those in the party without a light, and it was difficult going. It seemed like I spent more time stumbling and picking myself up than I did walking. And when you're nearing exhaustion and your burden now seems measured in the tons rather than the pounds, your will to go on fades just like those batteries. I really began to wonder if we'd make it out that night. In my mind, I prayed silently for myself and my friends. Then all of a sudden, I caught on to something. Walking in front of me was my friend Jason. He had the light. I was the last man in the back of the line. I noticed that if I concentrated very carefully on staying as close to Jason as I could, following exactly behind him and placing my feet where he placed his, I stumbled far less. The going became considerably easier. Now, this wasn't easy to do. It took considerable effort, but I caught on. Then, on impulse, I began to sing hymns. Very, very softly at first, very self-conscious of my voice. I can't sing, and I'm very shy about anyone hearing me. But I sang under my breath to myself. Interestingly enough, the more I sang hymns of praise and prayer that night, the lighter my burden felt and the easier it became. Wasn't long before all of us were singing. We walked out of those mountains somewhere around 2 o'clock in the morning, more exhausted and sore than I care to remember. But we made it, and we made it home and rejoined our anxious families. You remember that the Lord once referred to us as sheep. Why? Because I believe in part that we as human beings have a strong following instinct. All of us follow someone. So may I ask, who's leading you? Where are you going? And most importantly, are you happy where you're being taken? Christ is the light of the world. The more closely and exactly we follow him and his authorized servants, walking in his ways, lifting our hearts unto him as we go, the greater will be our joy in the journey and the ecstasy of our heavenly arrival.